As a win from Albare즈, or does he just need to win? I think he just needs to win. I think
Well, he's been in so many big fights, huge fights in the past, and this is nothing that he'll be fazed by. He has his routine, his pattern, his mental state of mind. He knows where he's.
Okay, gentlemen, trumps are good on both sides. This is it. We went over the rules in the dressing room. I want to caution you to keep this fight clean at all times, protect yourself at all times, and what I say you must obey. Good luck, Buena Suerte.
Chavez avoiding the look of Alvarez, who fixed him with a steely glare. So who's it to be? Alvarez or Chavez? 12 rounds, Alvarez the red-hot favourite. But can Chavez somehow provide what would be an enormous upset? 12 rounds to determine who is the Mexican number one. Chavez with that item picture coming to the house.
Take me to the shower like a dog in the shining light. I'll tell you my sins and you can sharpen your knife. Offer me that drop instead of the gun. Let me give you my life.
From here on earth, please hear my verse. Cause yeah, they said it, but I said it first. So in a sense, I gave these niggas birth. That's why my fans in my show screaming, take me to church. No tired, but baby, I go to work. Don't do it for the money, but that's one of the perks. If y'all got the shovel, then I got the dirt. Burying rappers, what I mean when I say take them to church. Oh man, I'm back with more bars. Yo, girlfriend on my scorecard. Opportunity knocks well. Someone please tell me where the doors are before I trample it, nigga. Somebody better answer this, nigga. If you ain't never heard of me, I'm about to show you what the motherfucking anthem is, nigga. Diamonds and treasure, that don't bring me no pleasure. Every day I just wake up saying I could do better. Trying to find me a girl to put her hands in the holes of my sweater. And truth be told, I just pray that this moment lasts me forever. I said,
like a dog and the shining in light. I'll tell you my sins and you can sharpen your knife. Offer me that death instead of the gun. Let me give you my life.
from here on, please hear my verse. Cause yeah, they said it, but I said it first. So in a sense, I gave these niggas birth. That's why my fans in my show screaming, take me to church. No suit and tie, but baby, I go to work. Don't do it for the money, but that's one of the perks. If y'all got the shovel, then I got the dirt. Burying rappers, what I mean when I say take them to church. And I'm all influential, cause I'm somewhat anti-governmental. When I feel like all I need is God, I don't really give a fuck if I offend you. I don't really think you know what I've been through, but it's something I'd rather not get into. Cause I can't put my life inside a pencil when it's something I'd rather not pretend to be able to do. When I ate full of shrooms, couldn't paint when I paint. When the bass goes boom and the lights go low, when they call it magic, like I'm rocking a cape in the room. Mental patient, escape from the room, now I'm out the basement, headed straight for the moon. And it might be some black shit, but I feel like I'm radioactive.
Like a dog and the shining in light. I'll tell you my sins and you can sharpen your knife. Offer me that death instead of the gun. Let me give you my life.
From here on, please hear my verse. Cause yeah, they said it, but I said it first. So in a sense, I gave these niggas birth. That's why my fans in my show screaming, take me to church.
Alvarez. The work rate is coming from
waiting too long to get off, and then Alvarez is just beating him to the punch.
Alvarez has been working with a strength and conditioning coach for fighting at this higher weight, working with Angel Heredia, who worked with Juan Ma.
Strong, solid right hand there from Alvarez.
He's out jabbing Chavez early.
Usually think shouldn't be allowed because the taller guy, but it's not. For me, it's not a surprise. Chavez has never used his reach and his height. He's just pulling his way through inferior opponents, and maybe not learning, honing those skills, but maybe what he is undoing tonight.
Starting to get busted up, there's blood coming from his nose.
Chavez he's winning a little bit shell-shocked, Chavez.
Man with the power in his punches at this stage is Alvarez.
Alvarez.
That's better from Chavez, needs more.
Responsive back there though from Canelo Alvarez, and we're giving him
Trying to give him a real working over in this third round. Didn't look as though he's hurt Alvarez at any point yet.
Thinking him.
Lovely uppercut, right hand, following on from the hooks to the body.
Lovely right hand there.
Few boos in the crowd, I think, from the Chavez performance so far. And big headshots once.
I thought he wanted a war.
If it carries on like this, Alvarez will win by a landslide margin if it goes the distance, and it's hard to see that it can if it continues to be as one-sided.
The jab comes. Just stop you in your tracks. Nice there from Chavez.
Better. Needs a lot more though.
He needs to try and push Alvarez back.
How do you begin to do it? You've got to throw more punches for a start. The blood's starting to flow from his nose. Well, it's been everything for Saul form of years gone by, or is the one-sided beating going to continue? Needs to get some rounds.
So most of us felt that Alvarez was going to be dominant in the fight, and maybe and was a favourite to win. But we thought that Chavez Jr. would have made it competitive in the early stages of the fight. But he hasn't been able to do that yet.
There's not been too many times in his career when Alvarez has been cracked by one good shot and really put in trouble.
No.
He's got to do something to disrupt. And not allowing to throw punches like that. Punch of the fight.
Now he's in a rhythm. He's in this nice lovely little mode here. Going through the motions now.
Chavez.
Lovely right up.
Five all fans chanting their support.
Shell shock, looked like he had no ideas and he's a little bit confused of what's going on. Swelling there over the left guy. That's left into the right hand. One of them here. What he should be doing, or what you think you'd like him to do.
Chavez just covering up. Needs to throw more leather, Barry. Otherwise, this is going to be...
He knows Alvarez is a better fighter than him. Unless this is a master plan of trying to tire Alvarez out, which I doubt very much.
Alvarez's stamina has not really been... has let him down before. The only time he struggled really was when he was outboxed by Meyiweather, and there's no sign that that's happening here.
Yeah, and against Erislandy Lara, but there are different styles to Chavez Jr. They were movers, slicksters, and this guy is certainly not that.
This is where Chavez needs to unload, but doesn't do so. Now he does.
Yeah, he's trying, that's better. But he knows that Alvarez is trying to set him up. And you know, when you're in there, you just know. You think you'll have a success. You know the guy's just trying to set you up for something. And that's what Alvarez done. See, Alvarez come out early, made him feel his power straight away.
Alvarez waiting for the opening. And letting Chavez come to him, just leaning back on those ropes, almost beckoning him in, saying, come on, have a go.
Well, Chavez is throwing, but Alvarez is blocking. It's not.
You have to stop him. You have to stop him now. And we'd agree with that because we've made it 6 out of 6 for Canelo Alvarez. Hard to see where the stoppage is going to come. Alvarez going to work again, letting the punch.
That jab of Alvarez is so hard, you tend to think that he might actually be left-handed. That's how solid his left jab is.
Well, this is a bigger effort from Chavez. Needed more of this a few rounds ago. He's on the front foot and the crowd respond. They want to see a fight.
Trying to look for the spots there, Alvarez. Chavez. Oh, good response there from Alvarez.
Oh, what an uppercut. Very much the cash cow of Golden Boy Promotions, Canelo Alvarez. And I think Oscar De La Hoya is going to be pretty pleased with what his man's doing in there right now.
Yeah, most definitely. Really boxing well and still within himself, you feel. But Chavez is trying to force the pace a little bit more here without going too gung-ho.
He's upped his work rate, but he's being made to pay.
The difference in quality and class when they both let their hands.
Both below and above. Not affecting his vision as yet.
That's better though from Chavez. He put his head on the head like he's done all night to Alvarez, but this time he's actually throwing uppercuts. What you see here with Chavez Jr., he's fighting like a man who knows he's in with someone better than him. And I know how that feels, and it's very difficult. You know, you have to be so sure that your hands go, because you know the guy's a better opponent, he's betting you in every facet of the game, and he'll make you pay for making a mistake. They've been vocal, especially Alvarez, been vocal how much he dislikes Chavez Jr.
Big effort there from Chavez, but you can see he was blocking them, and the better punches came from Alvarez when he came back off the ropes.
Yeah, look at it, just different quality, a different gear altogether when Alvarez lets his hands go.
And we're into the 8th round and no sign of that.
And the problem you had though is that Alvarez has never shown any sign of gassing out. Oh, lovely.
Terrific accuracy from Alvarez and an appreciative buzz from ringside.
He's so thoughtful in his work, Alvarez. Oh, good there from Chavez.
That's better. And you can see the Chavez supporters urging him to keep it coming.
Thoughtful in his work, he punches to the target every time. So he makes sure he's in range. He very rarely misses with a straight punch. Because he's been known to really gas out in fights before. But you can see he's genuinely trained hard for this. But he's second best in every quarter he looks at the moment.
And training in the Atomi Mountains for this one, Chavez, where his dad used to work in readiness for his biggest fights.
Look at that there from Alvarez. He's watching the punches. Could have got some headway maybe in the earlier rounds.
Will Alvarez be looking to take him out? Good work again, beautifully switching the attack from body to head.
So every time he gets hit with the right hand.
Small, surely not.
Fair enough, I'm afraid.
Can Chavez somehow find something to turn this round? The left hand from...
It was a lovely shot. that's where Chavez operates there. He threw that right uppercut there in the 3/4 range. But he's I wouldn't say scared to let his hands go.
That's better. Now he needs to sustain it. How the crowd want to see it. The Chavez turning something on here at last. Or is Alvarez just letting him?
I think he's letting him, because most of these punches are not getting through, and the ones that are half blocked. But that's all Chavez can do is just keep trying to throw hit the target. But what he needs to do is change the angle, try and take a big step to the side, and whip in a left hook from the side of Alvarez, make Alvarez turn. Alvarez in previous fights, how patient he can be. The Amir Khan fight, the Liam Smith fight, he won't go for the knockout until he's sure that he's fighting his will to.
Well, they told him to bide his time, haven't they?
Or tire in. When the fight's been competitive, like Amir Khan and Liam Smith were, then he just boxes sensible, takes his time, and waits for to see the opening. He won't take any silly.
Great job. Is Alvarez just waiting, just letting Chavez punch himself out a little? Certainly taking a bit of a breather in this 9th round. Is Chavez doing enough to win it?
Well, a lot of the punches that Chavez have been dropped, he's been busier, much busier.
Are we awarding a round for Julio Cesar? Checking how many rounds remaining. And that's punched to...
Hold it.
Corner man a wee bit. 3 rounds away from surely Canelo Alvarez being...
He didn't step out with that jab, and he just looks too afraid to let his hands go.
Felt the weight of the left hook, and the power right from the outset has looked as though it's been with the man who threw it.
Well, if anything, now this proves that fighting at this weight, I know he's not fighting the same level as Golovkin, has proved that Alvarez can fight at a higher weight effectively.
And will Golovkin finally have the fight, I wonder? If he can get through this, which it looks... Richard Steele ending that one in the closing seconds. One of the great controversial moments of boxing. Not happening though.
Well, they're a Mexican crowd, 2 Mexican fighters on a Mexican weekend. You would know, from their tradition.
They wanted to see Barrera Morales again.
At some point.
There's jeers from the crowd again, and it's jeers for the performance of Julio Cesar Chavez. The judges
really wants to win the fight. Then these 2 rounds, he's got to fight on that gum shield and go.
Will Alvarez maybe go for the stoppage?
He will. I think he will try and turn the screws a little bit, Alvarez. But again, he won't take any silly risks. So why should he?
He's won the fight.
And you forget how much experience Alvarez has had over the years. He's 26 years of age. It's unbelievable, the experience, those close, controversial wins against Alessandro Lara, the defeat against Mayweather. He's learned so much from those fights. He's made him an all-rounded fighter.
A lot of people suspected, was he going to be broken by that Mayweather defeat? Well, he has emphatically answered that one, hasn't he?
Well, you take solace that you've been totally outboxed, but from that.
Well, the sellout crowd wanted to see a battle royal, and it has just not turned out to be that fight.
No, they've seen a dominant display by a better fighter. That's what they've seen.
Well, you have to commend his performance, because he has boxed really well tonight.
And the jab as well of Alvarez has been. And again, the thought in his work. That's one of the few punches that he's missed all night. the thought in his work. You can see his eyes looking over the...
He's there for one reason, to try and get the big fight on.
Well, if they can't make it after this, then let's just forget about talking about it. They should just both go their separate ways.
Okay? Okay, here we go.
Alvarez not having that was a low punch. Alvarez has been what we've expected, to be honest. And
maybe Chavez won the 9th when Alvarez took his foot off the gas. Apart from that, it has been a shutout on our card. Has Chavez got one last grandstand finish in him, or will Alvarez go for the stoppage?
Well, Alvarez, as I said, he's a really good, underestimated counter puncher. He hadn't had to do that today. He's been aggressive throughout, and he's just shown that this rivalry is not really a rivalry. It's one guy who's levels above another guy, giving away natural weight, size, and everything else. But quality in his work has just been different here. Chavez Jr. has had the top.
It's 4-1 on for Alvarez in the Vegas casinos. I say as good as because the Vegas is not 4-1 on. It's as good as money in the bank, isn't it? Maybe 50 to 100 to be much more emphatic.
It's the right hand there from Chavez.
Last.
Alvarez, pride of Mexico. Chavez, the old champion, has been found wanting. It hasn't turned out to be the battle royal that the fans wanted. There's a few jeers around the auditorium. People now applaud, though, the effort of Canelo Alvarez, and it was a very accomplished performance. He's won it by a street.
He's won it by a street.